This summer I read Survival of the Sickest by Dr. Sharon Mallon. This book gives insight into many disorders and genes that were an evolutionary advantage to our ancestors. Today I will focus on hemochromatosis, a deadly iron disorder, diabetes, and microbes. In Chapter 1 of Ironing It Out, hemochromatosis is an inherited condition which causes a high absorption of iron. People with this have iron deficiency in their blood cells or macrophages. This disease today is looked at as bad, but it wasn't always like this. In the 14th century, Europe was hit with the bubonic plague. People with hemochromatosis had a better chance of surviving. This is because the plague targeted iron-filled macrophages that thrive. This made the macrophages unsuitable for the plague as there was not enough iron. I never thought something portrayed as bad could have been a life-saving disease hundreds of years ago. In Chapter 2, a spoonful of sugar helps the temperature go down. Dr. Mallon thinks diabetes was an evolutionary advantage during the Ice Age. Diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood sugar is too high. Your body is not able to break down glucose efficiently as you're not making enough or any insulin. During the Younger Dryas, which was a quick Ice Age time period, diabetes acted like a shield from the cold as it prevented cells from forming ice crystals, thus allowing people not to freeze to death. In Chapter 5 of Microbes in Men, we learn about parasites and what they do. The intestine is home to many bacteria that helps us with digestion and other things. This chapter talks about a parasite known as the guinea worm. This worm is usually contracted through infected water filled with larvae. The worm has a parasitic relationship, meaning it is the only thing benefiting from your body. Unlike this worm, yogurt and many antibiotics carry microbes that actually help us. They do certain things like break down food we can't normally break down, stimulate cell growth, and even protect us. Other microbes use host manipulation, such as the lancet liver fluke. This tiny worm lives in the livers of sheep. Their eggs are picked up by snails and discarded through the slime. Once the eggs hatch, ants proceed to feed on the flukes, and after some time the worms make it to the ant's brain. They force it to climb on a tall blade of grass and wait for it to be eaten by sheep. The worm then gets back into the liver of the sheep and repeats this process. In conclusion, Survival of the Fittest is a book showcasing evolution and how far it has led the human race. As the world changes, our bodies change with it to adapt. We do not know why every change happens, which is why we continue to study our environment and evolution. Definitely recommend this book to anyone wanting to know more about evolution.